Hey everybody, Hunter back again from Showtime Studios. We're moving on to the last part of the wood graining process on the body. And up to this point, we have this, and you can see some of the graining and stuff we have in it and around the back. Like I say, it looks a little bold right now, but when we get ready to do the next part of it here, it'll tone a lot of that down. So what we're going to do now is in the airbrush, I have the X24 clear yellow from Tamiya. And I did not thin this. This is straight out of the bottle. And we have the airbrush set at the same pressure that we've been using, about 15 to 16 with the trigger pulled. And I'm going to do a little bit of a test spray here. We're looking good with that. So we're going to go in and we're going to spray the clear yellow over top of this. So here we go. You just want to get a nice, even coat. You don't want to spray this down real heavy to start out with. Just get a nice even coat on everything. You'll really see your graining start to take shape and all your subtle tones and stuff like that. And I like the yellow, but like I say, you can go in with the clear red. You can go in with the clear orange. Any one of those products will work, depending on what wood grain you're trying to simulate. Some people don't like a lot of wood grain, a lot of graining in the wood, so you can do that also. Like I've said in the other videos, the main thing is go in and just, give it a whirl, try it, see what looks good to you. And if you're happy with the outcome of it, then that's all that matters. Unless you're going into competition. If you're going into competition, then you got to please judges. And that sometimes can be a little tricky. Take it from me, I know. But now we're just making another pass back over everything. And the clear yellow, all that's doing is just kind of muting everything out, toning everything down, and just pulling all of our graining and our base color and our mid colors and all that stuff together. And the more yellow that you put down, the clear yellow at this stage, the more it will tone down the graining part of it. But also the more yellow tone you will end up with. So remember that. And we'll hold it up here and let you get a shot of it. That's what we look like as far as the graining. You can start to see that it's really looking like a piece of wood now. And that's what we're after. So we're going to go ahead and do one more coat of the yellow across the back. And we're going to do one more coat of yellow down the driver's side. And we will be sealing this with the Tamiya TS13 clear when we do the rest of the body. We will be spraying this all at one time. There's a couple things you got to watch, and I'll mention that in the video, in the tutorial when we do the clear. So stay tuned for that. And there we go. I'm going to put the airbrush over here, and I'll get another piece of cloth to hold up underneath of the body so that hopefully the camera will zoom in on this and you can get a good view of what we have created here. And I just got to make sure that I don't stick the cloth into the clear yellow. And that's what we're looking like on that side. You can see the wood graining. It looks decent. We've got the graining around the back. And like I say, I don't want to get this cloth stuck into the finish, so I'm trying to keep it away from it as good as I can here. And there's the driver's side. So looking real good. So what we're going to do now, I always like to pull my tape while the paint is still, tacky. Um, that's the best time for me to pull all the tape off. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to slowly start working from the bottom here. And we're going to start pulling the masking off, because as far as the wood graining part, we are done with that part. And this part can be doing it, pulling the tape off can be a good thing or a bad thing. It just depends. I've done it where I pulled the tape off before and I've looked at what I had and I went, you know what? I don't like that. And then other times I've pulled the tape off and went, wow, that really looks good. I'm happy with that. So it's one of them things, it's almost opening up a present. You don't really know what you got until you get everything pulled apart and you stand back and look at it. But just be careful when you're pulling your tape and try not to let any of it drop down into your wood grain and into your wet finish. It's not real wet, but it does take a little while for the clear Tamiya paints to dry. So just remember that, just so you don't have any problems with getting anything in the paint. And especially like for me, it's remembering where to grab the body at so you don't grab the freshly painted part, which I have done before. And that's always a bad thing. Okay, we've got everything unmasked now. I got one little piece of tape that stuck a little bit more than I wanted it to, but we'll take care of that. And now that we got it all unmasked with the purple, let you get a view of it here. That's what it's looking like on that side. That's what the rear looks like. And that's what the passenger side looks like. So real happy with the outcome of that so far. So in the next tutorial, and as far as doing the wood grain part, as of right now, we are done. The only thing we have to do is go back in and put a clear coat over that. And we won't be doing the clear coat over any of the wood grain or the body until we get this decal put on the back recesses here, and also the decal that we're going to put on the hood, and then see if there's any other decals we want to put on it. But as far as that process, we're done. We'll come back and do the decals next, and then we'll move on to putting clear on this. So stay tuned for that. Like always, it's Hunter from Showtime Studios, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.